Good morning, everybody, on this bright and beautiful day. The sunrise doesn't look as pretty now, but when I came down, it did. I actually just finished up with the morning chores for our animals. And I wanted to let you guys know, like, this weekend is going to be get it done as fast as we can type of a situation. But of course, making sure we do things correctly. When Justin wakes up, he is going to come down and he's going to help me get the last of these posts up. We want to get at least the bottom rails on all of the posts, make sure they're level and everything like that, so we can get the welded wire around the bottom section. And the reason for that is because we want to get the pigs over before winter hits. So that is going to be the big plan, is getting all of that done so we can get the pigs over as soon as possible, because they need to be up closer to the barn, get a little bit warmer and everything. I do also want to work on getting the walls put on for this shelter for now. This is kind of, we got to redo the roof and stuff. But in order for us to do that, we have to get the more studs. Wow, couldn't think of the word. Studs installed in order to get everything done correctly. But that is just going to be a 3-walled structure. So it's going to we just have to do 2 walls on it. The front is, I'm going to cover part of it maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. But that is just to keep the wind at bay, to keep the pigs and the turkeys a little bit warmer. Also allow them to have a little bit of space out of the rain. But what I can work on without Justin's help, so that is one thing I can work on, but with everything being frozen, it's going to be almost impossible, is I can finish up the buck's stall. I have to get the minerals in there and get some buck bins or their water bucket washed because the chickens are just dirty. But the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the welded wire fencing installed around this paddock. Now, this is going to extend out into this area that I'm standing right now, but temporarily we need it completely sealed off so that the bucks stay in. So that is kind of what I'm going to be working on this morning, is getting those few things done. I'm going to go up and have breakfast first, but that is the plan, is getting the few things done that I can get done while I wait, and then we'll get working on the things that I need help with. We just have to shift gears a little bit. I wanted to get that fencing done as soon as possible, but the nails keep freezing in the staples keep freezing in the staple gun, so that's not going to work. So we're going to wait for a couple more hours until it warms up a little bit more. But now I can at least work on getting the buck stall completed. So I just need to get all of the minerals back in these containers. We went through, we fixed a few things, and then we also sanitized them. So now it's just, I got to get the new minerals back in here. So that's what we're going to do right now. Let's go. So I know I've talked about it in the past, the mineral buffet. That's what I was just stocking up. And the reason we chose to do a mineral buffet is because that way we know the goats are getting exactly what they need. So each mineral, when the goat is deficient on it, it will actually smell sweet. And then when they are no longer deficient, they have plenty in their system, it no longer smells appetizing to them. So that's why we chose the mineral buffet, because we also don't know what the soil is like here. I've looked up the soil tests for the area, but that is a generalized term. Like, it's more generalized. It's not specific to your farm and your paddock, because each paddock, each section of land is different from the next. So like our paddocks and our land may be deficient in minerals from compared to our neighbor that farms for corn and our neighbor over here that just has woods. So they're very different. So even though I used the information from our county and went off of that, it's still very different from our land. So that's why I chose to do the mineral buffet. Now I still have to restock up the girls. Unfortunately, they keep jumping in theirs, and so there's a lot of soilage in theirs. So we did sanitize it already once. I'm going to get it so that they no longer can jump into theirs and re-sanitize them, and then I will get theirs stocked up. I'm hoping to get that done in the next day or two as well. But the boys' area is looking good. I just have to get them a clean water bucket or clean the one that we currently have. One or the other is going to happen, but then they can come in here, and all I have to do for them is get their pen completely closed in. So that is kind of the goal. I will need help to get them out of the girls' area right now, just because I will need to lift them up and over. It'll just be easier. So that is kind of the goal. We're going to get the boys separated. I was going to keep them together till at least Thanksgiving, but with 3 of our girls very pregnant already, we're going to separate the boys a little sooner. So they're going to come out probably today, and we'll get them taken care of. But I need to get them stocked up. I need to get hay in their hay feeder too. I'm going to do that really quick. Don't want to All right, we got the buck's pen secured. I'm not doing that side of it. It's secure enough to keep them in, but I'm not doing that side of it just because that side is actually going to end up being torn down and leading into the new section for them. So I'm not worried about that because hopefully that'll be done very soon. We actually have all of the posts done and ready to go. So we just need to get the chicken run done so that we can get the posts in the ground and everything like that. But that's kind of the plan, is we're going to be extending out that way. So now we need to catch those silly bucks and get them into their stall. So it's time to trick the goats. So this is exactly what we want. They are eating out of the mineral buffet. The vitamins or minerals that they are lacking, they will naturally gravitate towards and take it. So my only job task now is just keeping an eye on which ones get low and make sure they get stocked up. Now I did buy, the last time I bought some, which is when we just got them in a few days ago, I bought 2 pounds of each mineral. So that should be enough for a while. But this way we can make sure that they are getting exactly what they need, because animals are great. They will take in and know exactly what they need to be in their best health. So
I think I know the 2 favorites.
Yeah.
I think it's that one and that one.
Yep. Selenium is one of the main ones. And silicon. I do know silicon and selenium here we are deficient in. So having those 2 in bulk is a good thing. But now they have access to their mineral buffet. The boys have been split and they have access to theirs, and Sid is already enjoying the silicon himself. So now we're just going to top off their waters and they will be all set. Now, once Justin is home, he had to rush to get some branches out of a family member's yard. Once he is home, then we'll get to work on the chicken run. And hopefully soon we can get all these chickens and turkeys contained.
And pig in place.
Well, the pigs, they're fine. If they don't get in place, they're fine. They're not taking over the entire barn.
And then
So,
we can finally clean out the barn.
But that's the goal, is we're going to get the chicken run hopefully done enough to get the pigs over today or tomorrow. I'm hoping to get further, but I do have, luckily, Monday off with it being Veterans Day, so that's a good thing. So
So maybe I don't have the Monday off. We don't have the Monday
Right now, because it's almost lunchtime, so we don't want to get started on the chicken run too much. So right here, this is actually tipped on its top. We ended up finding, I'm in a raspberry pricker, but we ended up finding this, I think it was an old mounting stand, so that you would get on the top to make it easier to get on horses. So we are actually going to turn that into our milking stand for our goats, because it is right at, like, I can stand and then milk them right from there, which will make it super easy and convenient. So we're going to take that down to the barn, and I have a section that I'm going to be cleaning out. It's going to have the chicken. There's a bunch of pallets right now, but I'm going to have the pallets removed and get it cleaned up really nice. And then we just have to put the neckties on there. So it'll be wonderful. We just are right now trying to get it out of here so we can get it dried off, because it's been sitting and chance of rotting and stuff. So we're going to do all of that, but it looks pretty good so far. So now Justin's backing up a trailer to get that out, and then we'll get it on the trailer and bring it down so it just not sliding the whole way. But yeah, let's do this. So just had lunch. We did a bunch of stuff up at the house, and Justin drove this down here now. So we got it on the trailer, he drove it down here. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to start stabilizing everything, because right now has nails in it, which are fine, but the nails are starting to let loose and pull out. So we're going to get this stabilized. So I'm going to get screws everywhere, at least 2 screws in all of the places. And then I'll probably work on brushing it off to get all of this dirt up here. And then we'll sand it down to get it a nice finish. And I'll probably also seal it with something. I don't know if I'll use linseed oil on this entire thing. Maybe on the top part, but we'll get this. Now, this is going to be the milking stanchion. So we just have to add the parts to lock the goat's head in. So we'll get that. But that is going to end up going here. Now, the entire barn is going to get cleaned really well. All the chicken feed over here is gone now. So we're going to get this cleaned up, get everything out.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, Get some good, some food in you. Step 3, grow hard about what you want to be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Set your affirmations as I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause of sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up when they gon' rise in the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, grow hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Well, we got quite a bit done on this. All of the posts are now up and the cross rails. We just have to get the top rail on. And the reason we're doing a top rail is because we're going to actually fully enclose this. Now, it's not going to be fully enclosed with a roof the entire way across. There's only going to be a roof that comes from that far end to over the chicken door right there. It's going to extend a little bit over. The rest of this is going to be more of like a shade predator hawk proof type topping. So yeah, but I can tell you that guys, this is a lot bigger than even I anticipated. So their original coop only came to here, and let me see if I can get you there. There's a metal thing right there. That's where it came to. Very small. It definitely not enough space for our chickens. Now, this space is not only big enough for all of our chickens and our turkeys, but it's also big enough to have our 3 potbelly pigs in here. So they're going to be getting moved over here. I just have to get the lower fencing installed. Then they're going to be moving over here. And that's the main priority, is getting the pigs over here. Good morning, everybody. So it is actually Veterans Day right now. And I'm going to get some started on a couple projects. I did make a boo-boo when thinking about the wood that we were going to need for the chicken run. I forgot to include all the wood we were going to need for the base of the structure. And what I mean by that is we have the cross rail in the center, but to put on the welded wire, we need also a bar at the bottom, right down here. And that way we can nail the top and the bottom of the welded wire there. Now, if it was just the chickens and the turkeys in this space, We probably wouldn't care because we plan on digging the welded wire into the ground. But since the piggies are going to be in there, they'll be able to root up and dig out and pull the welded wire out if we don't put that there. So before we even consider before we get more wood to finish the top and stuff, we're going to get all the wood down on the bottom rungs. I'll get the welded wire installed and everything. But before we do that, I am going to sand down. I apologize. It is a very windy day today, but I am going to sand this down a little bit. It's dried out some, and that way we can get this lifted and off of the trailer. But that way that one project is done. I do have to get some nails out so I can get one more cross rail on before we get this moved into the barn. But I did do some cleaning down here in the barn this weekend when it was rainy. So I cleared out this whole area. Let me get out of the wind. But I cleared out this whole area where this is gonna go. It's gonna go up here along this wall. Actually, I might put it over here. That way I can get the girls up and around it. But all I have to do now is sweep up the dirt and everything. The chickens kind of were in my way yesterday and took over. So let me get the next project done. Let me get that wood sanded so we can get that lifted off the trailer and I can finish the last little bit. And then I'll start working on the cross rails on the bottom of all of those posts for getting the welded wire on. That way we can hopefully get Mr. Houdini and then Bo and Big Red over here as soon as possible. Now this is all sanded down. We got the sides we didn't sand down, but the top and the tops of the stairs we did to get the rotten wood off. Any of the little rotten bits. There's a couple of areas that it still looks pretty bad, but it's pretty strong still. So we should be good. I might seal this just because it is going to be in the barn, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. My next priority is cleaning up where this is going to go, so that we can get this off the trailer. I can finish up the last little bit of stabilization, but I'm gonna clean up the one area and then I'm gonna get to work on the chicken run because we need to get the pigs over as soon as possible because snow is probably gonna start flying very soon. I can feel it in the air, the crispness. So, whoop, that is kind of where we're headed. And before winter, I desperately want to try to get these girls locked up because they keep making a mess of my barn. Now that that task is done, I just have to clean out just a small little area to make room for it, but that's just, I just have to move a couple of bags and then clean out from underneath it, and that's fine. But now I'm gonna get to work on this one, which is just getting a bottom rail around the whole thing. And I know I have enough wood to get the bottom rail all the way around, and I need to start building up the studs for the walls on the coop area. Now this is not the chicken coop, this is going to be the turkey house. So one bonus to that is technically we only have to have 3 sides covered, and same with the pigs. We only need 3 sides covered to protect from wind. Well, our wind luckily comes from the northeast or the southeast. It never really comes from the west, which is behind you guys. So having this wall open will be just fine. If I decide to, after a while, to close off this one wall, we can do that. But for now, I just have to get studs on this wall here and this wall over here. And I'll get studs up that are about 16 inches on center. And then once that's done, then we can get the siding up. Well, the plywood that's gonna go up. And then we just have to find siding. But I think we have enough metal kind of hidden throughout this place that we can use a lot of that. It's not gonna be in the best condition, but it'll at least get through the winter. And then once we get the bottom panels installed, we'll be able to get the pigs over. So that is gonna be a huge, huge bonus, is being able to get the pigs here. So then during the winter, I can just pop out that door right there and I'm in this coop. So I won't even need to open a door here or at the other end. I can just go right into the barn, grab their food, come out that door into this area and make sure the turkeys and the pigs are fed. So let's get to this next one. It is absolutely bitter cold out right now, but I got 4 of the bottom rails done. That's all the wood we had down here. The rest is up by our house, the garage. So I have to go up and get that wood. But I also, while putting stuff away, just found this little beauty. This is very stinky because it's rotten. Fairy egg. So yeah, I'm gonna toss it over my shoulder. But that thing is teeny. That's a little fairy egg from one of our chickens. But I am going to toss this over my shoulder. I'm gonna go upstairs and warm up and then try to come back down in a little bit. But it just dropped probably 20 degrees in just a few minutes. Oh, I do also need to get a giant pumpkin that my cousins brought over. Get that down here, and I got to figure out how to get it to our animals, which I think what I'm going to do is I'm just literally going to roll it out and let it fall on the ground and break apart, and then I'll toss the pieces to the animals. But pumpkins, in case you didn't know, pumpkins are a natural dewormer for animals. So the chickens, the pigs, the goats, all of them. It is a natural dewormer. So I'm gonna give it to all of them.